Psychologists hate this trick. Discover the dark secret to making her obsess over you 24/7. Most guys beg for attention, but what if I told you silence is your most powerful weapon? Stay until 3:15 where I reveal the forbidden psychological tactic that'll have her checking her phone every 5 minutes. Warning, this works too well. If you truly want her to orbit around your thoughts like a moon drawn to gravity, then forget flowers, forget love poems, and absolutely forget the desperate confessions. That's not what her mind craves. What keeps her up at night, what reruns you in her dreams, is not affection. It's ambiguity. When a woman can't solve you, she can't stop thinking about you. Think of her attention like a locked vault. It doesn't open with grand gestures. It needs two twisted, enigmatic keys, one forged in uncertainty, the other in unpredictability. Let's talk about the first key, uncertainty. Not confusion, not dishonesty, but calculated emotional fog. Most men, when they speak to a woman they like, immediately start laying out their feelings like a dealer flipping cards on a table. But the trick is to never let her see your hand. A woman isn't drawn to what's easily understood. She's magnetized by mystery. Every time you smile too long, compliment too soon, or declare your intentions too clearly, you're cutting the very thread that binds her curiosity to your presence. Why? Because the female psyche doesn't chase what's caught, it chases what dances just out of reach. Don't spill your intentions. Make her ask the questions you refuse to answer. Let her wonder, does he like me? But never confirm or deny. The more answers you give, the less she thinks about you. But if you keep her guessing, if you master the delicate art of emotional fog, she'll be decoding every conversation for clues. And here's the critical mistake men make. They assume attraction grows in presence. But that's not entirely true. Most of it grows in absence. When she's alone with her thoughts, retracing your words, reading your silences, that's when she begins to feel. Don't be the man who clings to her messages like a lifeline. Be the man who says something unforgettable and vanishes just long enough to be missed. Here's the paradox. If you try too hard not to be forgotten, she forgets you. But if you behave like forgetting you is her loss, she obsesses over not losing you. Women are constantly bombarded by validation. DMs full of men with hearts on their sleeves. Don't be one of them. Be the one who makes her question if she ever had your heart in the first place. Never give her full certainty, not even a drop too much. The moment she can define you, she files you away mentally and never opens a file again. Now on to the second key, unpredictability. Once she's emotionally invested, her mind tries to map your behavior. She'll try to guess your patterns. Predict your next move. That's your cue to become a mirage. Be what she least expects. Call when she expects silence. Go silent when she expects attention. If you normally laugh with her, show up serious one day. If you're often cool and detached, suddenly give warmth and then disappear again. You're not being inconsistent. You're disrupting her expectations. And disruption is what keeps her guessing. And guessing is what keeps her hooked. Humans are creatures of habit. Once someone predicts your rhythm, they lose interest. The only way to stay on her radar is to refuse to be placed on her map. Let me give you a tale. A woman once told me about a guy who always mirrored her texting habits. If she took 2 hours to reply, he'd wait 2 hours too. He thought he was playing smart. In reality, he became a puppet, predictable, boring, and fully in her control. He wasn't a mystery. He was a mirror, and mirrors don't captivate. They reflect. Don't mirror her pace. Don't be strategic to the point of becoming robotic. Just be unpredictable enough to stay outside the lines of her expectations. Be emotional jazz. No pattern, just rhythm. Don't always be reachable. Don't always say yes. Don't always be there. Show her you're not another worshiper at the altar of her attention. You are your own temple. She can visit, but only on your terms. And don't beg. Don't ask for her number, her time, her affection. She's used to men asking. You're the exception. You don't chase the storm. You are the storm. She's the one who will ask, why isn't he messaging me? Did I do something wrong? Does he like me? Good. That means she's thinking about you. The moment you stop fearing her forgetfulness, she remembers you. The more you worry about staying on her mind, the faster you vanish from it. Confidence isn't loud. It's silent, unshakable detachment. She forgets the man who fears being forgotten. But she can't forget the one who doesn't care either way. This game isn't about cruelty. It's about control, emotional mastery. The refusal to give in to that internal itch to text her, flatter her, or ask for her time. It's not easy, but every time you resist, you sharpen your self-control. Now listen closely. If she expects zig, give her zag. If she's ready for silence, give her noise. If she anticipates a message, vanish. And when she assumes you're gone, show up like thunder. Be the opposite of what she expects. And she'll never stop rewinding your last move, looking for patterns that don't exist. This isn't about deception. It's about preserving the only currency you truly own, mystery. You are not a book to be skimmed. You are a labyrinth. And the more she tries to understand you, the deeper she falls. She doesn't need to know where she stands with you. She only needs to want to find out. That's the secret. That's the seduction. Let every move be an echo that lingers. That's how you haunt her mind without ever chasing her. That's how you become unforgettable. What part of this made you see the game differently? Was it the silence, the unpredictability, or the moment you realize presence isn't what hooks her, it's mystery? Drop your awakening in the comments. And if you're done being the one who texts first, waits longest, and gets forgotten, subscribe. You weren't born to chase. You were built to linger in her mind like a ghost.